Alright, hello there friends, this is Old Tom Jin, rejoining my playthrough of Baldur's Gate, the Enhanced Edition on the PlayStation 4, and we find ourselves here on the bridge
Cities are always
to and from
so
Nashkel.
intimidating. There's so many people.
Kelly, do you mind? I'm talking. Let the player talk, honey. So we are here
Orion
having...
would be proud of your actions.
He just will not shut up this morning. Maybe if I move them, it'll cut that out. So we have just completed the first major quest, clearing out the Nashkel mines. Well, when I say just, I mean, you know, that plus some denouement. And now we are heading north. Heading north to check out... Well, actually, I think we're going to start by checking out this area. And what we're generally going to try to do here is sort of clear out the area between here and here. We're headed ultimately toward Baragost, but there's a couple of minor quests that are located in the maps here and abouts, and we're going to deal with them. But I think that actually, pardon me, now that I consider it, we're actually going to include some of these maps as well. We partially cleaned out this map the other night, and there are actually a couple things I maybe want from the carnival. Mainly because poor dear Dinah here does not have an armor spell, despite my best efforts to get her to learn one. So we might actually go do a trip here, and then pop back to Nashkel, and then pop over there. Because I want to continue clearing out this side of the map as well, just to sort of set the stage for things that might be of my interest later on in the game. So let's do that as well, and I think that what we'll do is go here to the carnival and start there. Do a little shopping, perhaps. There's apparently a little dusting of snow.
This way, good sir. Over here.
What I'm not going to do is take that guy up on his offer right now. That actually is, again, a companion that you can hire, but
I've got the best
not
prizes
particularly
this side
ready
of
to do that right now. Let's see what you have to offer. And what does he have? He has basic stuff. We don't want that. There is somebody here who has some magic items, though. I'm quite sure. Maybe it's this guy. Alright. This indeed is the guy who has some stuff here. Now, I have a decent amount of cash right here. Necklace of missiles. Holy smoke. Missile blast. Wow. 66 fire. That's quite an item. Of course, it's quite an expense, too. And again, so is this. Amulet of protection. It's awful pricey for an amulet of protection. The shield amulet, however, is much cheaper. Of course, it's shield, so that's why. I think that's a good investment, though. I think a shield amulet, as long as I remember to use it. This is always the problem with these things, that I never remember to use the damn things when you actually get into combat. Let's see what else he's got here, and nothing else magically. But I think that's a decent. Well, wait a minute. I don't want you to have it. I want Dinah here to have it. So let's get her. Let's make an investment in Dinah here. She is, after all, going to be with the party for a little while. So we will now equip that for her right away. It also occurs that Dinah here doesn't have a melee weapon of any kind, but usually if the mage, especially if this mage has to get into melee, we're in big trouble. So there's her shield amulet. And I think part of the problem for this, the reason why I forget them, is because they never, in this game at least, so yeah, use item. You have to go into that menu to get it, so it's always kind of hidden. I mean, unless you know, hey, I have these items. So it's very easy to forget them. I will endeavor to remember them when... Of course,
This way, good sir. Over here.
We've already talked to you, Zeke. I'm not interested. I do, however, want to explore the rest of this map. See if there's anything here worth seeing. Pardon me a moment. Okay. So, house cat wandering in the woods. It's not good for you, cat. Not good for your health. It's dangerous woods here. I don't know if there's anything of significance here, but... Pardon me. A little... tiny bit under the weather. And here, of course, is the camp for the carnival performers. So this is not the public-facing part of the carnival. I don't think they ever actually do a joust. That would be, well, of course they don't do a joust because you can't ride horses in this game. But that would be cool. That's something that, you know, kind of wishes if they had done for the enhanced edition. That would have been awesome if they had included a joust tournament here. Usually there are a couple of critters up here hiding around the edges. Ready to prey on the carnival. We're protecting the carnival, that's what we're doing. Ah, see, there we go. I knew there would be some wayward kobolds. Wow, ooh, there's a large... This is like the revenge squad from the Nashkel mines. Well, I'm not going to fiddle about with them then. There we go. Now I feel better about that. Alright, guys, go to it. Also, why is everybody on distance? I don't need you all in distance now. Alright. Well, that was quite a band right there. The revenge band of Nashkel Mines. Well, sorry guys, but your revenge didn't work out quite the way you'd hoped. In fact, the same thing happened to you that happened to your compatriots.
What now, I wonder?
What now is that we will continue exploring this area and then explore the area to the north of it. And that, of course, was the area where we encountered the farmer and his wayward cow being attacked by Zvarts. But I believe there's more to find there. At the time, we were kind of running away from it because, well, not running away from the cows, but we were reluctant to explore the rest because...
Adventure and steel on steel. The stuff of legend, right, Boo?
Yes, yes. Boo doesn't reply in this game. I thought he did. I thought he squeaked back at him. Maybe he only does that in the second game. But at the time, we didn't finish exploring that area because, well, we had someplace to be. We had to be at the Nashkel Mines. And I was a little bit concerned with... The whole principle of that was... This is always the whole principle in kind of when you're grinding... Frankly, when you're grinding levels or grinding experience a little bit, is you're trying to get experience without expending significant amounts of resources, right? You don't want, if you have to use a ton of healing, or certainly if you have to use scrolls or, you know, potions or things like that, then it kind of defeats the purpose. Come on, you guy. How can all 6 of you not... we really do need to get back to Barajas to get that jewelry, that gem bag. Which, of course, will lead us to
You
another.
have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
How about that? We've been waylaid by a ghoul. Well, we can take care of him. Oh, ghouls. Uh-oh. We might want to actually approach this differently. They will advance on us, but ghouls are a little slow. And ghouls can still, lucky hit, ghouls can still cause us problems, which would be bad. So let's try and deal with them this way. There we go. Alright, so put one of them down with distance. That's good. Now we'll switch back to melee. And deal with the second one. And the concern, of course, is that ghouls occasionally do, nauseate or paralyze you, and that can be debilitating. And once in a while, not often, but once in a while, it can turn what is typically an easy encounter into a not-so-easy encounter. I'm just taking a very circuitous route to get around here that way. Okay, so let's see what we have not looked at in this map. We've actually, we've done about a third of it, but it's a messy third. It's a messy third. So let's see what's down here in the southwest. Using my usual methodical method for cleaning out maps. Hey, who's this dude? Sprat.
Yeah, mate.
No time, no time. On the run with info. Off to arm to report things most dire indeed. Bandit raids increasing, iron ore depleting, and everyone up in arms about the lack of arms. No wonder relations are strained to the rink. On my way I am to arm. Alright, I guess I didn't do the... He greeted me with, hey mate, so it didn't seem appropriate to do the 1930s newscaster voice for that guy. Maybe I should have done a British BBC newscaster voice. I don't know whether that such an individual would say hey mate, but whatever. Hey, it's Varts. There we go again. It's going back to the group. I see someone targeting M1. Get out of the way, M1. Get out of the way, Boyle.
Yes.
Get out of the way, Dinah here. And that guy, for his trouble, I guess he wasn't targeting them because he didn't follow us, but we're going to kill him anyway. Someone was complaining online earlier
Nature's servant. Oh wait, you're a queer fellow.
that you kind of ruin dramatic encounters at higher levels in D&D because the DM can say, the bandit says, draws back his bow and says, I've got you at point blank range, don't move, and you're like, D8. But that kind of looks at it the wrong way. The way to really look at it is that when you're oh, look at that, Minsk has leveled up. So let's handle that right now. The way to look at it is when you're first level, that is still true. And even when you're second level, it's like, okay, I'm a little experienced, it's still true. But think about every action movie you've ever seen, every big, badass action movie. They're always taking hits or, narrowly dodging a hit. They don't just sit there and they react when it's like, I've got you at point blank range, don't try it, and they're so fast. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what the hero is all about, right? So what is Minsk going to take here now that he's at this level? I mean, let's be honest, he's a bruiser. I think I'm actually going to give him the two-handed weapon style. Why? Because I like that speed factor and the increase in critical hits. And I think that that is an important thing for him to get. Oh, look at that, 9 hit points. I'm getting great luck on hit points. Well, you know, knock on wood here. But yeah, that is the one. That's the thing that people forget. It's just when you're an action movie hero, you're supposed to be able to not worry about a single arrow from a bow. You're better than that. You can avoid it. You can dodge it.
Camaraderie, attention.
And I mean that's kind of what D&D is going for. It's going for epic fantasy. It's not going for like gritty, low-powered fantasy. If you want that, there's plenty of other games and systems that can do that. I can't fight this guy properly through the trees here. Go up here. Alright, fine. You want to shoot at me, I'll shoot at you. Oh my god, I wish you would stop doing that. There we go. It's good when it pauses at the beginning of a combat. Holy smoke, 2 ogres. Okay, was not expecting that. I mean, I can probably handle them, but let's do this just in case. And there is the problem, of course, with area effects. Oh, ogre berserkers. Jeez. Okay, this is serious here. All right. I better... This is worth burning a magic missile on. Ogre berserkers are no joke. Okay, so... Well... Yeah. Come on.
I've just about seen enough waking our slave driver. Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
Are you telling me you're tired, Jahir, and you want to lay down, like dying? Yeah, here he goes. There we go. We got him. Okay. Now, everybody get that guy before he wakes up. That was the regular ogre. Okay, so it's not so much that I... Oh, wow, another one. Shit! I did not expect these guys over here. Alright. Well, first thing you have to do, my dear, is heal yourself before you get killed. And then Boyle. Boyle got to do something here. Is that a regular ogre or an ogre berserker? Ogre, regular ogre. Okay, well that's good at least. We should be able to take him.
You've attacked?
You're not done yet. I have a task. You're not done. You have enough hit points that it takes multiple spells to heal you. Nope, you're not done yet. Don't run into combat yet. I need you to... Oh, for God's sakes, he will not listen. Sometimes the commands just... It just skips a command cycle. There we go. Alright, fine. Now we don't need to worry about it. And you gotta be really careful about that too, because... If, depending on how the command sequence works, you'll actually lose this spell. She'll actually start trying to cast the spell and then do something else. Sometimes that's because just an errant click or something like that, but... Well, they had a lot of stuff. That's good. But yeah, did not expect to find them here. Especially led by a berserker. That's some pretty good numbers. What's this? It's a body. Well, we should investigate that later. An Ogrelon, so I'm not done with this crew yet. Wow. I actually wonder if these guys were part of the chill. I can't tell in the dark whether they have the right colors for the chill. The chill, of course, being the mercenary band. This poor sad soul left behind. So let's see, what does that give us? It gives us another oil of speed, which really, should not be using myself. I should be giving that to my compatriots here. Oh, actually, wait a minute. What am I thinking? Jahir's not going to use this quarterstaff +1 anytime soon. Can give it to Dinah here, at least for the time being. And then I've got a ton of healing potions. Let's see who has what here. Minsk could definitely use some healing potions. Okay, so let's split that stack a little bit. We'll give one to Khalid. And then we'll give the other two to Minsk. I mean, generally, you know, not surprisingly, I am going to favor my frontline fighters for priority on healing potions. Alright, so that's pretty good. So, hey,
Now I wonder.
Gorion would be proud of your actions.
all I'm doing is killing dudes, man. I don't know if Gorion would be proud of that. I'm not proud of it. Nothing to be proud of. Wars do not make one great. Oh, look. Sarhedra.
Yes?
I bet you're another one of those adventurers waiting to change the world or something. Well, go pick on the ogres to the south if it will make you feel better.
Well, that would have made a lot of sense as a comment if I hadn't come from the south. And I'd already dealt with them. Uh-oh. Lots of wolves. Do I have any more spells? Oh, that's my armor spell. Which I probably should cast, right? Yeah.
Nature's servant.
What about Dinah here? What can she do? She can do a magic missile. We'll do that. There they do that thing again. Really drives me crazy. Run back and reform the lines, which then leaves the back line open. This doesn't make any sense. Please stop. I mean, that would be a formation right there. Just like have two, like, be able to declare where people stand and like form that line. Whenever I push the cursor in a direction, do that. Oh, yep. After Imoen, they're on her. Always happens every time. There we go. Okay. So yeah, it's. I mean, it ain't perfect. Whoa! Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why did she go? Why did she go to arrow? I don't. I'm gonna have to go back and check the. Because I don't want to blame the game for something it didn't really do, but I really feel like I didn't do that. Like, the game decided to change her to... Oh, that's what that is. That little whistle. That's Minsk trying to charm animal. I often play with the sound effects off, so I don't have a good memory for those things. Back in the day before we had... Wait, did I see something? Did somebody level up? Of course she's ready to level up. That's why they attacked her. Stop her! She's leveling up! So what can we do for Imoen in terms of... I mean, there's no point in giving her any other weapons, honestly. She's fine with... And frankly, I don't plan on keeping her in the party for very long, but... Let's see. I think I'm going to give her the two-weapon style, because I know that I'm going to be running into more... magical short swords and whatnot, so... Eventually, so... And we're going to continue to put up her move Silent Hide in Shadows. Maybe. Give her a little bit of a backup and find traps for now. Again, this is kind of all academic because I'm planning on taking her out of the party probably in the next couple sessions here. Putting her my childhood friend will go somewhere safe. I mean, hey, you want to talk about trollops and plugtails and how you want to be told stories all day. Don't be surprised when people are like, maybe you shouldn't be out in the field killing monsters. And honestly, at age 16, if you're saying that, maybe you should be seeing someone about your concerns. There's a toll for passing this way, friends, and it happens to be your life. Are you willing to part with it? Let me think about that. You may take my life if you will, but I warn you now. Make one move and your own life is forfeit. Then let these subtle games begin. Fire, comrades, and let us be richer for their folly. Are there more comrades somewhere that I don't know about? And of course, Imwin has managed to get herself into the frickin' front again. Dribbin and Oin Gulb. Wow, they just created them like one of the most difficult to say names. Oin Galchubhair. Well, no wonder he became a bandit with a name like that. Okay. Fire comrades. Well, there's only 3 of them. I'm not even going to try a sleep spell on them. They're no doubt. Holy smoke. Okay, they are no kidding. That is not good. That is not good at all. Okay. Huh. Did not expect that. Again, this is a tougher area than I gave it credit for. And I am low on spells, too. I think where to is, I think I'm going to have to use a... Well, obviously not an identify. I am going to have to use a charge from my old Wand of Frost on these guys. Wow, he is... Minsk is almost dead. I can't believe that. These guys are tough as nails. That is crazy. Minsk, you better take that goddamn... Oh, wait, no, wait, wrong guy. Oh, damn it. I didn't have Minsk focused. Minsk, take potion, please.
You have need of me?
And now... Yeah, sometimes I make the mistake of not moving the focus of the character before I actually do that. So, there we go, got him, that's good. Now back to Minsk, because he could easily be felled again by another arrow, considering how hard they hit. There we go, alright, now we're getting some. There we go. That's more like it. That's more like it. Minsk has still not healed himself yet, though. There we go. Now we're back. Now I feel better about everybody attacking. There we go. Alright. Those guys were tough. That was definitely an old school D&D encounter because you just don't see stuff that tough and very typically in 5e. You just 5e you run into a bunch of bandits, you're like, sure, whatever. Make threats all you want. We'll do, freaking action surge and twin our spells and blah 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 and everything, other ridiculous thing that we can do now. I mean, as I said, old edition D&D is, emulating heroic fantasy. 5e is, and again, I'm not knocking on 5e. I enjoy it greatly in many respects, but modern D&D is emulating superheroes. It really is. I mean, you can do so much. You're essentially minor superheroes from the time you get to first level, and that, of course, is Barkskin, which is the other thing we're going to use to augment Dynahere's abilities, but I do want to deal with this right here. So arrow +1, so we can give those to... I always give my magic arrows to the better archer. I don't give them to Imoen very often, and the reason is that, well, I mean, frankly, if you're gonna give somebody a magic arrow that may make the difference between winning or losing, you want to give it to someone who can hit. Everyone gets the light stuff, the gemstones. All right, well, this has been a challenging map, I will say. Challenging region. I mean, should I save? Or should I should certainly save. And maybe I should sleep. I think I should take a risk and sleep, because I'm plumb out of spells. Of course, I might get ambushed right now. A swig of the awake juice. I didn't. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Which, of course, completely defeats the purpose of casting that bark skin, but that's okay. Yes. We're going to cast it again. See what happens. What happens down here? You didn't study your armor spell carefully enough, and now you're dependent on others. I was mentioning how of course I didn't use the shield amulet in that last encounter, and I mentioned how I, worry about forgetting to use the thing. Part of the challenge is not just... I think this is the crew that worked for that guy that we killed who had the sword that is now Minsk's. And there's multiples. There we go. Wow. Sometimes they get in a good hit. Come on. I like that they just punch me. All right, Dynahere level. Thank God. All right. But yeah, the problem is for the things like the shield amulet is that you kind of play this game with yourself. Will be familiar to anyone who's ever played any kind of role-playing game or open-world game.
Perhaps this group
Old school
needs not quite as
game.
much help as I thought.
On the computer. And that is, do I use my resources now, or is this a waste and then I'll need the resources later and I won't have them? Like, am I going to have that moment where I'm like, God, I wish I still had that shield amulet, but I used up all the charges? Everyone is terrified of that. If you think about it, it doesn't happen nearly so often as we think it does. But we're terrified of it if we're experienced gamers. And so you don't use the item that you have. And of course, I try to work against this. One of the prime examples being the wand of magic missiles, which, as you've already seen, I used the thing. Mage spells 2, hit points gain 5. That's nice. So good, good. A little bit better off, a little bit better off. So let's see about her spells right now. But yeah, don't hold on to them, you know, forever and ever. Oh, she doesn't have a damn one. She doesn't have a damn... well, let me see what I've got, because Boyle's kind of the keeper of the spells here. Do I have... Blindness is first level. Friends is first level, and that wouldn't be any good. I think I've just got nothing but first level spells here. I'm going to give her this, just so she has another... And she managed to copy that one. There we go. That's good. So that's good. Okay, but she has no second level spells. That's a shame. I had a web, but I gave it to Boyle. I don't know what that signified, but... Oh, look, another one. A half-ugger. Oh, a bunch of them. Gee, this was his crew. These were the ones. Okay, well. I don't know if my sleep's going to work on them, but I'm going to try it.
Yep. Whatever they need.
Whatever thy need. Okay. Look at that. Okay, well, as it happens, didn't need to worry about anything. I mean, I'm glad you guys look at it. They run back and then they run back to the group and then back. It's very weird. Hey, Dinier, why don't you pick up some of this stuff? Earn your keep here. And all they've got otherwise is just large, smelly weapons. Helmets, large, smelly helmets. So yeah, that was the guy's crew right there. Well, maybe they were all his crew. I don't know. I think that's it. I think that's it for this map. Oh, but what? Oh, I forgot the thing one of the things I came here to do, which was to kind of flesh out the map. For those who don't know the game, one of the things that's important to do when you go to different areas of the map, different areas of the world map, is to just kind of poke your party's head out to the far sides that you haven't explored yet, and see if there's anything beyond. So there's the Firewine Bridge. So we might want to go there, not now, but in the future. I wonder if she has anything more to say. Oh, yeah, sure enough. See?
That was quick. Damn, I don't know. Go find someone else to talk to. I'm no good at this quest stuff. I have, people to see and places to be.
Well, look at that. I got 300 experience out of it. Wasn't expecting that. Oh my goodness, look at that. Another ogre. Okay, I hope he's alone. Alright, Jira. Sure, the rest of the crew can take care of him, but this might be worth a magic missile from Dinah here, just to make sure we don't hang in the fight too long. And one from Boyle as well, why not? Let's not fiddle about here.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority
We're
figure.
not done yet, madam. You have to heal yourself again. Yeah, so grumpy ogres. It always made more sense to me to see ogres individually than in groups. I mean, they're ogres, right? Ogres are supposed to be, you know, not happy about humanity. Alright, so we've explored that area. We're not going to go to the Firewine Bridge or the Oldcaster School right now. They're just a wee bit. Well, I could do them. I could probably do them, but it would be tough. It would be debilitating. So we're going to go back to Nashkel for the moment, and then hit up this part, and then continue that path that I mentioned, which will take us up here to Baragost. Look at that. We made it back without any serious interference. Didn't even have to resurrect anybody. Knock on wood. Alright, talk to the storekeep, unload our stuff, and get back on.
Business has been poor, what with the iron shortage and all.
And let's see, what else do we got here? Of course, Jahira's carrying a whole bunch of stuff. And so is Imwin. Got my bandit scalps scattered around the party here. And I think that's it. I think. Let me check my, just really quickly. Always want to check your ammo. I'm okay for ammo. She's okay for ammo. Imwin is a little low on ammo, but I'm pretty sure I can get some from one of her compatriots who doesn't use it that much. Like Minsk, for instance. There we go. And she's okay. So everybody's okay. You're okay, I'm okay, we're okay. I feel kind of bad that I left Rasad. I like that in my head there's like a little side note that Boyle provided. Is like, hey, to Rasad, he's like, hey, keep an eye on those two. Don't entirely trust them around this town. Noble accommodations only for us, folks. Every time I rest, I can take a sip of my coffee.
I will show you just
So here we are, right... there he is, kicking the air again. It is kind of a shame that they implemented monks the way they did. I don't remember whether they actually did have D6s for hit dice in 3rd edition. I'll have to look that up. Because if that was the case, oh, that's a horrible thing. Now, okay. Here I have a problem. Journey took 20 hours. Took 20 hours to get here. This means that my characters will be getting tired anytime now. And it's the night.
You've a task?
Which makes it very hard to see. So I want to be very careful. However,
infravision, I prefer the daylight.
yeah, well, we can't always get what we want, sir. Oh wait, no, I want.
Can I
Nature's
help you?
servant awaits.
No, I want Jahira to do her little routine and cast Barkskin on Dinah here. And by the way, if we look and see what that does for her, you can see that takes her down to AC 2. So pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. That plus the bracers gives her at least a respectable armor class. She's not quite as vulnerable. So we can live with it. Yeah, so I mean, there's workarounds, right? You don't learn the spell. So as I said, because it's dark, I'm gonna have to probably rest here. But nobody's telling me they're fatigued yet. Are they gonna tell me they're fatigued right now? I said it. I gotta make it happen. not yet. I don't honestly know what that was. Did something go out? Was that the bark skin? Did it really last that little time? Oh, it did. Oh boy. Okay, well, I could have sworn the bark skin lasted longer. All right, that ain't that great. Okay, well, to be no. Nothing beats armor. It's just the way it is, I guess. And oh, that didn't. Well, that was useless. It charmed the animal for half a second. Yeah, so, sometimes I really think these spells are not well thought through, or they're thought through from a very particular playtest circumstance. Like that, just because it happened that way that one time does not mean you should. You see this again a lot in. If you look at the for smaller RPGs, you see the. If you see the playtest groups, especially these days where you can see them online, you will see the line between the rules and something that happened in the playtest group, and you're like, didn't you just do this? Like you created a solution to prevent one player from doing something abusive that then made the spell useless. Like, oh, this spell lasts too long. He's abusing. He's just walking around with animals all the time. It's like, well, A, why is that a bad thing? And B, I'm just making up an example. I don't know if that's the case, but it's the kind of thing that would happen very frequently. It's like, it makes it too easy. This guy just walks around with animal companions all the time, and they do all the fighting. Well, let's reduce the... Oh, this place. I think I know where this is. Oh, yeah. You know, it kind of... then renders the ability useless. Why did you even put it in there? I don't know. It's a funny thing. Some of it's perception. A Zvart encampment. Dare I say a Zvart village. Oh, indeed it is a Zvart village. Look at that. Look at all them Zvarts. And that's how we deal with that. Let's take the one who's upright. No, I don't want to do that right now.
You a monster! You kill us when we done nothing to you! Well, Ursa kill you! Ursa protect us because Ursa kind!
I mean... strictly speaking, he's right. In my defense, I did not come here and start the fight. I walked up to the village and was attacked, so... Now, Ursa is... I like that Ursa kind of walks right past me. Oh yeah, Ursa comes for him. That's right. How about we save you from Ursa the Cave Bear? How about that? Oh, he's not interested. He's just attacking us too. Yeah. Well, I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest, this is not Boyle's finest hour. That was... You had a point. We did walk into the village. Now, okay, they did attack us. On the other hand, they're highly paranoid that, you know, should we have come here? I don't know. Can you play Baldur's Gate with, well, staying away from all these encounters? The game's kind of built with the assumption that you go deal with the monsters. But yes, a little meta commentary. I would also, by the way, totally play a game. Would love a game. And when I say a video, well, a pen and paper game I'd absolutely love. But I would also absolutely play a video game where you play the monsters in the dungeon, defending the dungeon from the... I may actually make that my next D&D campaign. I don't know. That sounds like a great idea. I say as I chase this Zvart around the map here. But as I said, you walk up to somebody, they pull out their sword and try to kill you immediately. What am I supposed to do here? I'm following the doctrine of minimum hospitality. If you're not hospitable to me when I walk up to your village, I am not responsible for the consequences. Ugh. They had somebody with a scroll. Someone. I never can figure out whether that's did they have a scroll? Does that mean they were a spellcaster, or does that mean nothing? They just were a guy who had a scroll, because scrolls are valuable. And is there anything out over here? Over here, I don't think there is.
What do you need?
Oh, there is something over here. Why, looky here. A finer bunch of adventures I don't think I've ever seen. Though from the looks of it, you don't seem to be that well equipped. Well, you're in a lot of luck. I can solve all your problems. I have a huge collection of potions and scrolls, all for a cheap price. Right now, I can give you a potion of extra healing for 25 gold, a scroll of protection from petrification for 25 gold, or a scroll of protection from magic for 100 gold. What do you say? I mean, are any one of these legit? Like, it's just, again, it makes, we try not to overthink it, right? But it's just, no, there's this guy who gives you a great deal. It's like, no, there is not. There's a bunch of charlatans. So, sorry, but we don't think we're needing to stock up right now. You don't know what you're missing. It's like, why are you setting up shop here in the middle of nowhere then? A lot more to this part of the map than I remember. doesn't appear to be a way through there, so I guess that's not relevant. East to Nashkel. Well, I knew that already. And now we're going to just do a quick save. Take a quick look at the map to see how much I've explored. I don't know if that's explorable, that area. It seems like it's like just blocked off to me. I think it is. Let's see what's over here. Ah, so indeed there is something over here. And that might be a tough area. As I recall, there may be some sirens over there. If I am correct in that assessment, that could be very bad. Because sirens, of course, are one of those creatures that just, you know, they do a dire charm on you and you're theirs. But I did say I wanted to explore the place. How far afield do I want to go? Well, let's go see.
Gorion would be proud of your actions.
And that also took a long time, and yet nobody is tired, but they're going to be. They're going to be. So we're going to try to rest right now. This goes against my usual rule of resting before I leave, but in this case, you have to, well, as I said, that rule applies when you have a short travel distance, a reasonably short travel distance. When you have a long travel distance, you have to rest when you get there because you're just going to get exhausted not long after you arrive, or your party members will. Alright, so let's check this out. Now, where are we on this map? We're kind of toward the east-southeast, so we'll go in this direction, see what's here. Tasloy, the other ridiculous little humanoid race that doesn't actually... Oh, well, I said that. Look what they just did to Khalid. Don't underestimate the Tasloy, apparently. I mean, they're all dead. And I think that means that Khalid needs a little touch-up. What did I just tell you? Oh, I think I defocused her. There we go. It's a little tricky sometimes.
Perhaps this group needs not quite as much help as I thought.
Alright, where does this take us to? It's not quite the... I'm try to do this map by quadrants here. What is that? Wild dog. Ooh, a bunch of wild dogs. Well, we got one wild dog to... See, there we go again. Animal charm that lasts all of 5 seconds. Useless. Useless. Alright, so we go as far as the water. And we will turn north. Go this way. Yeah, there's water here. I think this is the place with the sirens. That could be a very, 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 very difficult combat. If I attempt that, I may run away. Ah, but here, this is good that we came this way, because this is Brahe, or Brahe. Brahe would be with H, just seems like it should be, but Brage. But here is Larissa, who is Brage's compatriot and friend, sister, I can't remember which. Please, I beg of you to go no further. Brage is there, strewn about with the carnage he has wrought. I have tried to reason with him, but it is as if he is possessed by another soul. It was all I could do to flee the swing of his tremendous blade. Please, unless you wish to witness madness in a once good man, leave him be and pray the spirit leaves him in good time. Now this can... You actually only have two choices in dialogue here. You have to be very careful about which one you... Even though you actually do know who Brage is already. So you might think, oh, I don't have to say that. But if you say this, you set yourself in a course of action that I don't want to do. Such are the limits of computerized RPGs. You don't have quite the flexibility you do in a pen and paper. But filling in the blanks, we'll assume we are not sure and want to make sure we have the right murdering former guardsman named Brage. Who is this Brage you speak of? Before his curse befell him, he was captain of the guard in Nashkel. I am his cousin. That's right, cousin. Larissa. For all the bonds of love and blood, save him from his present agony if there be a way to do so. So yeah, he has...
Greetings, playthings. Thou hast found me when I alone could not.
I pray you left a trail of crumbs to lead us all back again. The others did not, so they have decided to stay. Shall we try to find the way home together? I pose you a riddle, the answer of which I once knew but cannot now perceive. Remind me, and we shall return unto the day. Fail and stay with me in the dark, forgetting whence we came. It has neither mouth nor teeth, yet it eats its food steadily. It has neither village nor home, neither hands nor feet, yet it wanders everywhere. It has neither country nor means nor office nor pen, yet it is ready to fight, for fight always. By day and by night there is wailing about it. It has no breath, yet to all it appears. Now, this is definitely one of those ones that you can argue about, you know. You could interpret it this way, but the answer, of course, the best answer is death. The end of night, where the light shines unto mine eyes and I can see clearly once again. What hath I wrought? 'Tis horrible, horrible. I will welcome the block that must await me at Nashkel. How could I live with what I've done? Please, thou must guide me to the town that I might pay for my crimes. I fear that I can keep my senses only for so long. I must not be allowed to do this again. Too many good people have lost their lives to me. Please. We'll see you back safe as we can. Although I don't see how killing you will help those that have died. We shall take you to the Temple of Helm in hopes that you may be healed. I fear I can do nothing for those I've wronged, whether I live or die, and I still know not what led me to this. It's like a foul presence in my mind. I can only imagine that I have finally succumbed to battle fatigue. Take my weapon, that I might not harm another. Use it if thou wished, although I'd rather it be destroyed. Innocent blood on everything. I'd only just acquired the sword. Such a waste this has been. Take me to Nashkel. I can bear this no longer. So, only just acquired the sword. There's a clue.
Greetings, playthings. Thou hast found me when I alone could not.
No, I cannot show my face here after what I've done.
Just give me to the guard that I may take my punishment as I should. Do not disgrace me further in front of Helm.
Calm yourself, Brage. Helm sees all that he wishes, and he knows much of what you do not. It was your hands indeed that did many a foul deed, but it was not your will alone. Intent is vital, and yours was influence without your knowledge. Justice will be done, but with atonement, not punishment.
But my crimes, my family, I don't want to go on.
If you are returned to the garrison, yours will be the only willful killing that has occurred in this matter. It would be a waste of your life, which, fractured though it was, can still contribute much. Helm will see you through. As for our intrepid friends here, I shall exceed the reward offered by Ublek. After all, it was the same task of bringing Braga to justice. The temple is in your debt for the return of its lost son.
Perhaps this group needs not quite as much help as I thought.
Indeed. Indeed. So there's Braga. He will stay here then for the...
shows promise exceptional.
Indeed. So that's kind of a weird one, is that you get gold from that, but not
Adventure.
experience?
Steel on
It's
steel.
weird.
The stuff of legend. Right, Boo?
So now everyone expressing their pleasure with my decision, and we of course go back here to the storekeep, and that of course, as you saw, that takes us directly back to Nashkel. Don't want to sell that. That I will identify shortly. I think we're done, so let me go look at that. I don't know why Imwin ended up with it. She just seems to end up with everything. I don't get it. Hey, don't I have a... Oh wait, no, wrong person. That's right. I can't transfer that. So yes, as one might expect, a cursed berserking sword +3. It's really horrible. Really horrible. The only circumstance I can ever think anyone using this, I guess if you were playing an evil character, or if maybe if you're playing you just were playing solo with the two-handed sword, maybe this would work. Although there are situations in which you are playing solo, but you're in the room with innocent people, so that wouldn't work either. Yeah, this is bad. It's just bad. Just stay away from it. But you know what we can do? We can sell it, which I don't know if that's entirely ethical. Well, we'll tell them what it is. Hey, this is a cursed berserking sword. We identified it. It's not good. Will you take it? Yeah, I'll take it anyway. Curiosity. Just a curio for some collector. Surely will not be used by someone to cause mischief in the future. And we'll do what we always do when we come back to town. Spend a day in the inn. Spend a night in the inn. Okay, so now, having done that, we've completed the sad story of Captain Brage. We can return to that area, which we had only half explored. Was that area, right? Yeah, that's the one.
You have been waylaid by enemies.
Oh, look at that. We've been waylaid by enemies. All right, once again, we get the ghouls. So, ghouls. There we go. And there you go. You see Jahira has been. All right, I might have to help out Jahira now. That's why the last time I was a little careless in this one, but that's why the last time I come on, guys, kill this son of a bitch. Why we're having so much trouble with the school.
I cannot.
But yeah, that's why you, pardon me, you generally want to try to get the ghouls from distance first, because they can ruin your day if they... Okay, there we go. Didn't need it, but whatever.
You have need of me?
Just wait for your wife to... Okay, so the problem here is I don't think we can go.
You must gather your party before venturing.
So this is arduous. So we have to wait for her held status, her paralyzed status to there we go. Maybe there might be a thing in the game which speeds it up. Oh wow, I was almost there. And this of course means that we should really rest, but there is the place where, boy, we're right next to it. The only reason I didn't find it immediately is because I took that circuitous route. So I suppose we can presume that we come back here, bury the bodies. Let's do a quick save. And a quick rest. Oh, but wait a minute. I think I actually want to... Let me just quickly review my spells. I want to make sure that I'm not doing anything I don't need to do. So I think that that's good. I think I'm going to leave her with those magic missiles. She doesn't have... and she doesn't have the second level spell. Boy, I really hope I run into a second level spell soon. And do I have the right loadout for... Boyle? I think I do. It's good to have that one identify. As you've seen, we've run into a lot of items that need identification. So I think I'll keep that. Okay. Once again, an uneventful night. And let's explore the rest of this place. Actually, maybe I should explore that area. You know, my sort of zone exploration gets a little bit... Oh, wow. Come back and there's Tasloy. Look at that. They were lying in wait. Oh, come on, Minsk. Minsk is apparently especially vulnerable to spears. A couple things need to happen now. One,
omnipresent authority figure.
Jahira needs to heal Minsk. Pardon me, I mute for a sneeze there. Oh, look at that, there was a way through. I didn't know that. Let's go along here, see if there's anything here. This novel terrain makes my makes my zone exploration a little bit more complicated. Aha, what is that over there we spy? It is a ruin of some kind. Well, let's definitely go check that out. My earlier comment wondering about the this who actually came out here to meet Brage. I assume it was his family. Came out trying to, brought this caravan out here trying to help him, which would be really super tragic. That would be nuts. But it also may have been people supplying.
Must thou keep that rodent so close? Tis surely unclean.
I take no offense from your comments. You just don't understand the bond I have with you.
No one does. But yeah, they may have been folks supplying the encampment that's up there by the ruins, which we'll see in a minute. There's a lot of Tassloy. Yeah, Tassloy are kind of the forgotten humanoid of D&D. I think they were created in first edition. I think they were created in Unearthed Arcana. And they were around in second edition, and then they just kind of vanished. I think at some point, the makers, whoever was designing the game or redesigning the game at some point decided, how many minor humanoid races do we need for low-level parties to fight? Time for some healing for Khalid, who it's his turn to get stabbed. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go check out that encampment up there in that ruin, but before we do that, I'm going to take a quick break here, and we will rejoin this on the other side of that break. This, of course, is Old Tom Jin, and this is my continuing playthrough of Baldur's Gate, the Enhanced Edition. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the other side of the break.